So, as this latest series of videos is demonstrating, the entire Abu Dhabi Grand Prix was a series of events that were constructed to maintain fan engagement and fan excitement throughout that event, culminating in that last lap finish. How do we make a last lap finish? Oh, well, what we do, if somebody's winning by a big margin, well, they're not able to really close that gap. How do we make it so two people fighting for a championship are one behind the other with no gap in between them? Oh, what do we have at our disposal? Safety car. How do we get a safety car? Ask Flavio. Flavio will let you know. Now, if you look in the background of this, don't look at. I know you're all interested in the motor racing track here, and then there's a car that's off of it. That causes the virtual safety car. The sport knows down in this bottom left, right-hand corner that the pit stops, the time lost during safety car / virtual safety car is only 14 seconds, is what they reckon. So what we've got in the background is these super yachts. You know, the type of person that gets invites to Jeffrey Epstein's island. Several of those will be the people that own that type of thing. But anyway, don't worry, little heads, about that. What you've got though is Antonio Giovinazzi in his last ever Formula One race. He has retired. He's parked his car on the side of the track. Oh no! What are we going to do now? Which of our tools can we show the world to intervene in this race? Is it going to be a safety car or is it going to be a virtual safety car? So it created that incident. Now we'll go back and I will go through the Perez, Mexican Minister of Defense, defending the time that Hamilton lost through that debacle. Again, bringing Max within a second or two of Lewis. So we start, and Max is ahead. Lewis takes the lead. Oh, Lewis has got to give that place back. Lewis builds up a 6-second lead. And rather than extend that lead, we'll mirror Max Verstappen's pit stop, throw away the advantage on the mediums, put him into the clutches of Perez, let Perez hold him up, bring Max back within a second or two. Oh, it's race on again. And then Lewis will drive away from him again. And then it'll be, virtual safety car. Max gets the cheap pit stop. Now, can Max do 20 Schumacher-esque bonsai laps to track him down? No, we can't. What do we need to do? We need to cut to Christian in the Red Bull pit wall to find out what Christian thinks in the comment section. Christian thinks that they need some help from the racing gods. But oh no, what's happening now? Lando's got a slow puncture. Even though at the start of that lap, his race engineer told him to push as hard as he can, as you would do when you've got a puncture. But Lando, so crofty. Are we in for another tyre twist? And then, oh no, Nicholas Latifi has crashed. Oh no, can Mercedes pit and get out in front of Verstappen? No, they can't. But luckily for Red Bull, Max can pit and not lose position, which means there's bound to be a couple. And now, his fresher hard tyres were already going to fire up quicker than Lewis's hard tyres on any kind of restart. But now he's got the fresh soft compound tyres. Oh, this is awful for Lewis on those heavily used hard compound tyres that you didn't need to be on lap 14. He could have, start lap 15, he could have waited another 10 laps at least. He could have pulled out enough time so that when that virtual safety car came, he could have maybe pitted. Might have got to a 14-second lead, so he could have pitted as well. And certainly by the time we'd have then got to Nicholas Latifi's crash course, he'd have had the time in hand to be able to pit and get out in front of Verstappen without jeopardising the lead. Oh no, it was Red Bull who played the clever card. Red Bull did nothing wrong. Yes, Carlos Sainz in third, for example, did nothing wrong. Anyway, this is going to be a bit of homework for you. Because what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play the onboards from Antonio Giovinazzi, and you can have a look to see if there's any reason why you think that he just parked his car. All right, it might be a red herring. I don't know. It came to me, and I thought, well, okay, we know that this is a sequence of events. We know that this is obvious in terms of the structure of this race. If you were writing a script for this race to constantly inject drama, constantly keep everybody guessing, this is what you do. So let's have a look at the authenticity of how this was created. We might not be able to detect it. There might be nothing that we can see. But it might be that we're witnessing something that is like, well, why is he retiring? Let's just see if it exists. Now, some of you that are that are interested in trying to, with what we have available, make sense of all this. When you're watching back the in-car footage of Giovinazzi, when we get nearer to the time perhaps where he retires, maybe slow the speed of this video down to as slow as it will go, a quarter speed. If you need to see what his inputs are on his controls, is he pressing buttons that are just shutting the engine down? Is he getting communications to change engine mode? What is that doing? We don't know what these engine modes are doing. You know, change engine mode to this. Oh, that's going to fuck everything up. We don't know. This is all speculation. All I'm going to do is going to play through the Antonio Giovinazzi onboards, and we'll see if there's anything that there is to detect. And then I'll start making some more videos with the bits in between. We'll make videos about actually measuring the amount of time that Verstappen lost during that virtual safety car situation, which seemed to go from him being about 6 seconds behind to being then 23 seconds behind, and then on the when the conditions went green again, he was just 17 seconds behind. So I want to know where that 6 seconds between 23 to 17 seconds went. That's what the timing indicated, but I need to be able to try and compare what's going on there. All right, because again, them 6 seconds were crucial. If Hamilton is 23 seconds ahead after Verstappen had pitted, and then in those last 20 laps of the Grand Prix, where Verstappen has got to close at 0.8 seconds a lap, you know, with 20 Schumacher-esque bonsai laps, says Martin Brundle, and he only can close 5 seconds, which is essentially what he did. Well, he's only been able to close from 23 seconds to 18 seconds, and therefore Hamilton is 18 seconds ahead when, oh no, Nicholas Latifi has crashed on purpose. And therefore Hamilton can pit then. So it is crucial that after that virtual safety car situation and after that pit stop, Verstappen is only about 17 seconds behind. You know, you couldn't make it up unless you could make it up, and you're the sort of person able to do the calculations based on how fast you know that these cars are able to go. And that is possible. You know, Bono was telling us whereabouts Lewis is faster around that lap than Max is, where he's making the gains, where he's making the losses. You see, all of these calculations are possible. Okay, it's easy. It really is easy. Being a race engineer, if you've got the mind for it, it is easy. And had I been Hamilton's race engineer throughout his career, he'd have at least 2 more world championships than he's currently got. And that doesn't include Abu Dhabi 2021. I guarantee you that. But that being said, that's assuming that it's actually real and they're not just the handlers like Bono was at Abu Dhabi 2021, just a handler telling, yeah, you just do this, Lewis. I'm purposefully throwing your race, but you just do this, Lewis. This is what they're making me do to you. Anyway, I'm going to now drag this back, and we'll go to about lap. Yeah, what was that taking us? Lap 30 to Max Verstappen on the C3 hard compound tyre. Now been on there for 16 laps, and we're going to go across here to number 99, Antonio Giovinazzi, and let's have a look. Well, that's beautiful, that is, Antonio. You've gone round turn 14 in 4th gear and you've fed the throttle in beautifully. You didn't, just drop it down to 3rd and dump the throttle, which is how you'd crash into the barrier. Even Antonio knows that.
Focus exit turn 9, 10.
Did he say focus, exit, turn 9 and 10?
For turn 9, attack less on entry, focus force exit.
Now that could be coaching as to how to make it around turn 9 faster. But where does he pull his car over to park it? Doing an excellent job there. This is the line you'd take if you were heading down towards turn 9, taking a nice wide sweep to maximise your speed around there. What you don't do is what Mick Schumacher do, was open the door, move yourself across to the inside and just go, "Olé! I'll let you, Nicholas, have the faster outside line, and then I'll just drift across." You push me off though, as part of the choreographed dance-off. What gear is he in? Oh, he's in 4th gear again. How's he going to take turn 14? Lovely. Again, 4th gear and feed the throttle in. And yeah, don't just dump the throttle when you're in 3rd, because that's just going to spin your back end out, Antonio.
If possible, speed up turn 2.
He's looking for the tires.
All okay on tires, all okay.
Be careful there, Antonio. Those tyres might experience thermal runaway, says the knowledgeable people in the comments section.
Federal with the ice.
Fourth gear for turn 14. And well done again there, Antonio, feeding that throttle in, not just flooring it, not using the accelerator like an on-off switch.
pedal the ice.
What gear is he? Oh, he's in fourth gear again. What's he doing with the throttle? Beautiful, that is. That's how you don't crash.
Brake comp 2, brake comp 2.
What? Red com 2? Let's just have a listen now. We're getting closer.
Brake comp 2, brake comp 2. And push more now, turn 2, 3 and 15. We are okay on tires, push more.
Can he make it around turn 40? He's in fourth gear. There he is.
Turn 2 was better now, good job Antonio. Avoid shifting, Antonio, avoid shifting.
I have fellow guys.
Antonio, still avoid shifting.
So we couldn't have just parked it there out of the way. So let's just have a look at this. You've got all that area there. Okay.
Avoid shifting, Antonio, avoid shifting.
You've got a road down there you can drive off down.
I have fellow guys.
Antonio, still avoid shifting.
No shifting.
No shifting, no shifting. And,
Okay, copy.
and a slow in. Watch Verstappen behind. Slow in, Verstappen behind.
Could have driven all the way over to there to that corner, maybe found a gap. You could have made. I don't think if you're going to get around there at that speed with that turning lock. into that gap there, maybe, if that is a gap. Resolution is not amazing. But over in that far corner there, you'd have thought there'd been a way.
And no shift, confirm no shift. And slow in.
Yeah, no shift, guys.
Yeah, copy. Now Schumacher behind. Do we have to
Let me know about the traffic.
Stop the car now, Antonio. We have to stop the car.
Copy.
What is that then? Why'd you have to stop the car now, lads? Unbelievable. Now, right, what you've got to remember is these messages are probably, we're hearing them probably about 4 to 5 seconds after they're actually spoken. So he's saying we need to stop the car, and then about 4 to 5 seconds, he'll then, well, if you just imagine you're hearing those those messages 4 to 5 seconds before you actually are hearing them, that then becomes the instructions that he then follows. So let's just go back. We'll listen a bit more, and then we'll go back and replay the entire lot.
And remember, full switch off. Full switch off. I'm afraid. Sorry.
Copy. Sorry, guys.
Full switch off, I'm afraid. So let's just go back in terms of to where his car fails. Is in 8th gear? Well, let's just go back another 10. So this is that straight where his engine, the power drops.
I am failure.
Avoid shifting, Antonio. Avoid shifting.
I am failure, guys.
Antonio, still avoid shifting.
No shifting.
No shifting, no shifting. And,
Okay, copy.
and a slow in. Watch Verstappen behind. Slow in, Verstappen behind. And no shift, confirm no shift. And slow in.
Yeah, no shift, guys.
Yeah, copy. Now Schumacher behind. Do we have to
Let me know about the traffic.
Stop the car now, Antonio. We have to stop the car.
Copy.
And remember, full switch off. Full switch off. I'm afraid. Sorry.
Copy. Sorry, guys.
So, because he's disconnected his communications, we're not going to get any more team radio, any messaging between him and his race engineer. You might hear the of the cars passing the scene. There you go. Now Antonio's pulled over. What's going to happen now, everybody? Is it going to be a safety car? Toto, get on the radio. No, Michael, no safety car. Oh, we can't have team managers running onto the track to remonstrate with the referee, says Martin Brundle afterwards. I find that wholly unacceptable. And then we there we are. Got the flashing yellows. How do we introduce the drama? Why did you stop it there then? Did you take the handbrake off, Antonio? Don't touch the tyres, lads. They're going to be suffering from thermal runaway. That's it. Put the left hand down. Oh, right. Oh, no. These lads know what they're doing. So keep going back, lads. Keep going back. I'll just walk, and I'll just give you the wanker sign as you're pushing it back. So you had to make sure it was far enough along there so that this virtual safety car period could be long enough so that somebody could get a full pit stop in. I mean, if you parked it really close to here, so they could just push it straight into there, then it could be done within 20 seconds. And if you do it within 20 seconds, then you know, anybody that's risking pitting means that the track could go green whilst they're in the pits, and they essentially don't get to do a 14-16 second pit stop relative to the other cars. It becomes maybe slightly cheaper than the 22-23 seconds it would normally take, but it won't be as little as the 14, 15, 16 seconds that it could be. But well done, well done. See, that's how you steer it, mate. That's how you do it. Remember to put the handbrake back on. They'll need that fire extinguisher round at turn 14, mate. Pop along with it over there. Wait, where are you going? Go and pick up the fire extinguisher, take it round to turn 14. Oh, that's it. That's the end of that. Anyway, that was wait there. That was Antonio Giovinazzi. Let's go to data view.
He will need 8/10 a lap on it.
Oh, he'll need.
But he said a while ago, I'm not sure these tyres will go to the end.
Oh, what
Red Bull and Max Verstappen one season. This is going to be an intriguing, absorbing, potentially thrilling, maybe controversial end. Who knows? To the Formula One season.
Oh, it's going to be exciting all the way through, everybody.
But the one thing I do know is it is not going to be dull. Stick with this, because that virtual safety car has come out at a very nice time for Red Bull and Max Verstappen, and Hamilton, with 1.5 hands on the trophy, is going to have to hang on.
He's got great speed, but remember, he said a while ago, I'm not sure these tyres will go to the end. They're 25 laps old already.
And on that last lap, the difference between Hamilton and Verstappen in terms of their lap times, 0.8 of a second.
This is going to need a Michael Schumacher-esque 20 qualifying laps.
Bit of a risk, leave me out, no?
Yeah, the potential to lose track position, Lewis, too high.
That's what we were talking about, isn't it?
Yeah.
They knew Red Bull would do the opposite, and then of course any kind of issue between the two plays into Red Bull's hands. So they were kind of damned if they did and damned if they didn't. I'm surprised they didn't come in the pits, but that was their call. We don't want to lose track position to Max Verstappen, but I was starting to say they need to be Schumacher-esque qualifying laps now. Banzai, flat out, 20 perfect qualifying laps for Max Verstappen if he's going to rescue this World Championship.
There are
Absolutely right.
nerves on the...
Absolutely right. You need to do 20 qualifying laps like you would do on hard tyres, because you'd always select the hard tyre to do your 20 qualifying laps on, wouldn't you, Martin?
Pit wall at Mercedes, there are nerves on the pit wall at Red Bull. Hamilton then ahead of Verstappen, the gap on...
It's nervous, everybody, it's nervous. Now, I think the one that was suffering most from those nerves was, let's have a look here, a bit further on, bit further on. This is what happens when it's catching up. A little bit further on. Oops, not that far. Let's have a look where we are now. Yeah, you get this red tinge to this. Oh, safety car! We've gone too far. Gone too far. Back a bit. Are you going to catch up? I'm just going to make it boring for the viewer. Lap 53. Let's go to car number 6 and let's see how they take turn number 14.
Copy. Copy.
Okay, let's have a look at the choreographed dance off. Now, that was before though. That was before. Now, this is one that's worth slowing down to slow mo, just because when you slow this down, you can actually hear the sound of the engine and the timing that he floors the throttle. So again, perhaps do that. There's the he pushed me off though. So let's have a look what Mick Schumacher opens the door and says, "There you go, Nicholas. What's the fast line down here? How far is he behind there? Let's play it through."
An early overtake, exit of 7.
That's quite significantly pulled ahead, hasn't he? Oh, that was very nice of you, Mick. Lovely. I mean, most of the drivers will just go down there, but you've just gone. Oh, there you go, Nicholas. That's not so nice, though.
They forced me off them.
Yeah. We know. Okay, you got the line correct there, Nicholas. Well done.
Copy. Copy.
Third gear. Okay, you go round here in fourth, Nicholas. That sounded like a rev limiter, didn't it, Nicholas? Let's have a look.
They forced me off them.
Copy. Copy. You okay? You okay, mate?
Lost it. Sorry.
Copy. Copy. So remember, assume the car isn't safe. You have to switch off fully the car. Switch off fully the car. So give me time to confirm car is safe or unsafe. I need 60 seconds, Nikki. Remember, when you jump off the car, switch off everything and jump fully off the car.
Copy.
Okay, Nikki. So you can jump out.
That probably would have worked, but what we've got here, is got something that's a bit hot with no airflow going through it, and then it wants to catch fire. Maybe the real racing gods were like, no, we're not going to allow this. We'll bring fire. We'll bring fire. Oh shit. It's oh shit. That's mucked it up. Has that lad brought the that fire extinguisher back from turn 9 yet? Now stand back. We've got to wait until the smoke clears. Nothing we can do. How long's that added? Look at that powder you've now put on the track. It's going to take an extra couple of minutes. That's going to take at least an extra lap. It's going to mean we're still going to be on the track at the end of lap 56, jumping over the barrier, meaning they can't declare the track safe until at least the start of lap 57. That's too late. We're going to have to tell Brundle and Crofty to lie to the world about the rules of the sport. We're going to have to get Christian again to get on the radio. We'll have to make a new line for him that he's not practiced. And he's going to stumble over it. He's going to go, Christian! Why aren't we getting these lapped cars out of the way? Oh, he's did all up again, hasn't he? Oh, it was going to plan until that fire. What's happening now? Right, we can finally get onto it. The dust has gone. Fire's out. Right, let's see if we can still do it. Oh, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We're going to have to break the rules. We're going to have to tell everybody afterwards that all the teams agreed to the racing finish. Oh yeah, there's the 15.3, just like in the civil rules procedures. Here are the rules, but the judge can override any of the rules and do what they want. And let's pretend that that means that Michael Massey can freestyle everything. They won't know. We can convince them that 15.3 means the race director can do what he wants in a race. Them gullible twats, they won't know. They will believe everything, and then within 2 days, they'll have moved on to the next bit of news that will be impacting their life. And we'll hit them with the next thing. Inflation that's going to mean that they're spending more money. Or maybe an interest rate rise, which means they've got to spend more money on their mortgage. The next crisis. Maybe we'll put up the price of petrol and diesel, costing them extra 20 quid every time they fill up their cars with petrol or diesel. Oh, don't you worry. We'll keep this population under control and make sure they're under that much pressure that they don't have time to stop and think. But yeah, we'll still make our billions. They'll still come and watch us because this has been exciting for them all. They enjoyed this. They enjoyed this. What jeopardy kept them on the edge of their seats. Only in cinemas. The King's Man. Manners maketh the man. You see, the King's Man, wasn't that where they basically used this device in people's phones, like media essentially? They used a bit of media to then manipulate that media so that people would turn on each other and start fighting each other. Wasn't that the King's Man? I think that was the King's Man, wasn't it? Oh, there's some people still on the track having a sweep. The King's Man, that was one of the... I think one of them was that, wasn't there? Where all the evil billionaire elites, they all disappeared off to, Epstein Island, I think it was. They all flew in over there. And the plan was to give everybody a free SIM card that then basically you'd transmit the signal to. And then when the signal was transmitted, everybody then turned on each other and fought each other to kill each other so the billionaires could then take ownership of everything else and have the world to themselves, because they were safe from that on Epstein's Island. That I think that was the plot of The King's Man. So you had to have one of the they're the King's Man, because the king is one of the elites with the power. But he's got his agency that's there to protect the people. Yeah, that's what it's for. Just like James Bond. James Bond is another kind of spy sort of film, whereby when you've got these evil billionaires that are plotting to take over the world, either using technology or, there was Tomorrow Never Dies, wasn't it? Well, that was Elliot Carver, a media mogul who would start wars so that he would make more money out of it. That was Elliot Carver. So what they did to prevent these billionaires having control of the world, that was the safety car going by on lap 56. If we just go back to what's this one?
And
Personally, what Crofty? Oh, yeah, that would be it, because Nicholas Latifi's car's just been put down there. These are the marshals on lap 56 jumping over the fence. That's how long it took. How long will we wait? Well, too long, Martin. It's mucked it all up. Yeah, but going back to James Bond, the English spy. I mean, these days, what they do with the spies, I say they're spies. They're not. They're gimps behind computers. What they do, they control the flow of information via the mystery algorithms and make sure that people don't get informed of the truth. But no, you've got in fiction, in Ian Fleming's fiction, you've got these British spies that make sure these billionaires that want to get control of the world and subjugate and enslave the population, the spy goes and takes out the evil, because that's what Britain does. Anything that's a threat to the empire, they take out. Whose empire is it now? And how do they take out the threat to the empire? Oh, they just silence you. Yeah, they shut you down so that you don't get to tell the 108.7 million people who they defrauded and exploited that they defrauded and exploited them. So they use their tools that they have at their disposal. The media, the mind conditioning machine, the courts, the policing, the governments, all that sort of thing, the agencies, to shut down those who are a challenge to the empire. Anyway, don't you worry, little heads, about that. Thank you for your Rolex. Oh, fancy brand. Let's all spend loads of money on a watch, because everybody will think you're so much more of a better person for having an expensive watch. Anyway, thanks for your time, and see you next time. Put your comments in the comment section about if you've seen something there that seems suspicious about Gio Vanazzi's retirement. Thanks for your time.